Alrighty, guys, welcome. Hope you guys are all having a fantastic day today. Welcome to this week's live stream. Hope you guys are all doing well. In today's live, we are going to be talking about swing trading, how to grow that small account. We're going to be talking about stocks that we're holding, stocks with opportunity. So I'm glad you guys are here. If you guys are watching, hit that like button, subscribe. All that stuff means the world to me. And if you guys want to learn more about swing trading, check out our school. It's awesome. Private live streams, quizzes, lectures, group chat. More importantly, teaching you to trade, how to set up those scanners, how to find those stocks, how to enter positions, sell a stock, all that good stuff, where to buy, where to sell. So hope you guys enjoy that. And we have an awesome holiday sale going on for 51% off, code XMIS2024. So use that code, sign up. It's in the description there and in the chat. So let's turn to the computer and look at some of the stocks that we're holding, some stocks that we're have some opportunity. This past week here has been a pretty good week. Honestly, started off slow, gathered more momentum, used that sell-off that we had this past week as an opportunity to hop in on some stocks that we liked, and it's been doing well. So let's turn to the computer. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask, and here we go. All right, so we are up and loaded here. So the first thing I want to kind of talk about is, man, I have the squeakiest chair. But the first thing I kind of want to talk about is going to be the stocks that we are holding here. We're in on two positions. We're up on both of them, which is good. Profit is profit. At the end of the day, that's what we look for, okay? So if you guys are watching and you're like, Carter, I want to start swing trading. I have $100. How can I make money from trading? So the first thing I would recommend doing, guys, is to paper trade. You guys need to not so much, pay attention to the amount of money that you see traders make online. You just need to start learning and start paper trading. So what I would recommend doing, guys, is to start paper trading. I put a link to Moomoo, which is the broker. They offer paper trading. So somebody asked, what is paper trading? It's simulated money, right? I get comments all the time saying, Carter, what's paper trading? It's using simulated money to trade, to help with your entries, your exits, your risk management. All that stuff is super important here. So right now, we're in on two positions, okay? We're in on VU, Vanguard S&P 500 ETF. Great play. One of the reasons why we got in on this stock here, okay, if we actually go ahead and we look at it, we saw some good sell-off, right? The ETF, let's make this a little smaller. The ETF here went from about 559 all the way down to 535, and in the matter of about 4 days. Okay, so that sell-off, if we actually look at it like percent wise, it's 3% for a massive ETF is huge. So we got in near and around that 50-day moving average line. On the hourly here, it was right in this range. Why is it I can't set a stop loss while paper trading? So paper trading, unfortunately, at least with Moomoo, you can't set stop losses. Okay, but what you can do is set alerts. And like with your charting, set alerts like you would paper, like you would for like your entries and your exits and stuff. I kind of use that, but in general, a lot of brokers don't offer that just because it is an extra feature. So it's kind of a little bit different. But yeah, I don't know. I wish they had it, to be honest with you guys. But yeah, so VU sold off. We're up on it. It's moving its way up, which is nice. Hopefully we can get some buying pressure to push it above that 200-day moving average line. That's really, really good there. So now another position is Berkshire Hathaway. Berkshire Hathaway here is a stock that we kind of doubled down on, right? For those of you that know, we got in around here. Okay, we got in this range where the stock kind of sold off. We thought, okay, if we can get in at a cheap price, we can, if we look at the daily here, you'll kind of see why I did that. So we kind of got in near and around that 90-day moving average line. And I even said, if we get more sell-off, we'll buy a little more. Then what do we know? The Fed comes out, they release all that stuff, and then this thing just tanks, okay? Sells off even more. So now I'm like, okay, let's just buy a little bit more. So now our average cost is near and around that 450 mark. Okay, average cost at 450. We had that good buying pressure to push up above it. And that's the thing about averaging down. So when you're in on a position and you get sell-off, right? There's two things. You can either cut your losses, which I would recommend doing for like 99% of trades, no, about 90% of trades, or you can kind of double in on your investment. So for me, we doubled in to see if we can get a good push going up. And that's kind of what happened. The stock popped up, and now we're up pretty well on this investment because we have a lot more money invested. So this one here is looking pretty good. Next resistance is going to be that 200-day moving average line. You can see it acted as resistance in the past, but if we can get a push above it, you can see where it got pushed above it, and it loves to rally on it. So hopefully we can have that momentum continue in the next couple of weeks here. But in general, January is always a very bullish month for just the general stock market. So hopefully we can get some continuation, in January there. All right. And then as far as opportunity here, we saw a lot of green today, which good yet bad. The reason why I say bad is because you never want to buy at highs, right? But sometimes what happens is you can get in on some good confirmation levels. So OSCR, great play here. Literally, we are going to get in on this position on that breakout right here. Just didn't pan out, and maybe if we can get a curl down here where it taps it, or, if we can get a trend line to form like that or something, then maybe we can get in on a cheaper price. But, definitely leaving these on watch here. We have HYLN here starting to approach, looking like it's starting to use that 50-day moving average line as some support here. Looking at the daily, it's kind of like a 90-day moving average play. See if we can get a push higher. It's a cheaper stock, so it's going to be a little more volatile. It's going to swing a little more, but that's all right. SMR here looks pretty good. Now, looking at this, though, 90-day moving average play, right? It hit it. We had that good push going forward. Now, one of the things that does concern me about this here is we do have a little bit of like that trend here. So if we entered here, we could possibly take profits at 22 in preparation for a breakout, like sell a little bit here and see if we can get a push going higher. Hourly looks okay, right? You can see we're still on, this general downward trend. And really no huge breakout yet. So we'll see though. Hopefully we can get a push above that 90, get that confirmation going. But yeah, COMP looks pretty decent as we look at the daily. It's a 90-day moving average play. Definitely had that good push today, going up 4%. So now as we look at like the hourly and other time frames, we're kind of going to start drawing out some trends. It broke out of that 50-day moving average line. We still kind of have resistance here. We'll have some resistance here. So, you could get in preparation for that though too. But ALL thoughts. Oh, I didn't even see. It looks like a double bottom. Which one was that on? Berkshire Hathaway, I think, maybe on one of them. But yeah, one of them did. Allstate here. Allstate. Let's look at the daily. Allstate daily play. Ooh, this looks good. Traded this in the past here, if you guys remember. This one here kind of has a combination of, what did I just do? Looks like I zoomed in. There we go. All right. Combination of a couple of things, which we love. We love trends, right? We love trend lines like this. Like the more support you have, the better off that stock play is going to be. So, if we look at this EMA, look at that support there, hit it. That looks good. It's also on that 90-day moving average line. So it's kind of like a combination of a couple of things, right? It's a combination of the trend, combination of that moving average line. Now here, if we look at like the daily, I do think it's starting to use this as resistance. So could set an alert above it, see if we can get a push going higher, or we could see if a trend forms where if we get a little bit of some sell-off, which is fine, and then a move going higher, right? Something like that. See if we can get a trend, like a general trend, something, like that, which would be good. But I do like that one. That's a pretty good play. We'll definitely leave that on watch though. So for people watching that are new and you're looking to trade, you're looking to, learn about stocks, check out our school, code XMIS 24 to get 51% off. So do that before, the holidays are over, and Yeah, but overall, I'm still excited. I never get scared of sell off. I'm excited if we get more sell off, right? Because you can short stocks, you can get in on cheaper positions, and that's a huge thing. You just can't be fearful. You can't be fearful of the market, and it does take time and experience. I've been doing this for 7 years now. So then we got where were we at? I think AMSC kind of still in that downward trend, but starting to get a little momentum here. But let's just continue. PRU, 200-day moving average play, moving its way up, looks pretty good. SLG here fell below that 90-day moving average line, which we were actually looking pretty closely at it. You can see just the good support there. It kind of broke down just due to the general economy selling off. So now we're just kind of watching it, seeing what happens there. Another one here that looks good, right? This is PCG starting to break out above that 200-day or 90-day moving average line, excuse me. So this is a very bullish thing. Now we're starting to form. You can actually kind of see maybe a little trend line starting to form like that, which would be cool. Little move there. So our entry point would be like 1960 in that range, hopefully on that 90-day moving average line, which would be pretty good. And if you guys are watching, make sure you guys hit that like button. If you guys are watching, hit that like button. All that stuff really, really helps me out. So, if you guys, are watching, just tap it real quick. ASTL, this thing's kind of just selling off like crazy, right? You can see little false breakout there. The daily, it's a 90 or a 200-day moving average play. Not too much. PH here, 90-day looks pretty decent. Just waiting on. A lot of these we're just kind of waiting, for some sort of breakout or move in our direction. This one here, you can kind of see, this trend like that. So even though there could be a move from like 92 to 98, I'm always nervous getting in on positions like this because the sellers are in control, right? We have that, the past 1, 2, 3, 4 months, just general sell-off. Even though we can still clearly see the support and resistance, sometimes we'll see a pop-up and more sell-off. So ENB, 90-day moving average play. Looks like actually, good entry point would be on the breakout above this 50-day moving average. Not too bad. Maybe we'll get on this one here soon if we can get a push above that 90, on the hourly, 50 on the daily there. KFY kind of still selling off. We do like this one. This one here, was on that trend line, didn't really have any good confirmations and just selling off. So we'll see though. Definitely want to leave on watch. PPL here, 90-day moving average play. A couple more. This one here, it's okay. And then Liberty, yeah. So those are the stocks with opportunity, guys. So, as of right now, in on those two stocks that we're holding right here, VU, Berkshire Hathaway, both looking good. Hoping we can get some buying pressure above it. And, and that's the thing, right? Is you just got to be consistent. We've had a good week. Next week, let's have a good week. And, the thing about normally too, around the holidays, we do get like lesser volume. So it might not be as much buying pressure, but it could be, a little flat, like consolidation, which is fine. We can still trade during that, especially with some good moves, but just got to be a little more cautious, right? Especially during times like this where we see some volatility, take profit early. Set those stops tighter, stuff like that could help too. But all right, guys, if you have any other questions for me, we hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, hit that like button, subscribe. I appreciate you guys hanging out with us. If you guys want to sign up with Moomoo, I put a link in the chat room for you guys, which is the broker I'm using. Don't forget code XMISS24 for 51% off our school, where you guys can, see how to set up these scanners here with all these plays and, opportunity there. So check out that. Other than that, though, I'll see you guys in the next one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll see you guys next week. Obviously, we go live every single week. We go live Monday with the group. and then we go live Friday with everyone else. So guys, we'll see you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, and